On YouTube, I watch Ben Shapiro's, some of Ben Shapiro's talks. For those of you who have not seen Ben Shapiro, he's a treat to watch. The guy is a Harvard business school graduate. He's a political commentator from US. The thing that impresses me about this guy the most is he is able to speak at a lightning speed, and he's able to think and respond as fast as you can just hear these words. He is too fast. In fact, if you were to get into a debate with him, you'd be very scared because he is so intelligent, he's so articulate, he's well informed, and he puts his points across quite well. Just like Mehdi Hassan, just like the late Christopher Hitchens. Sam Harris is also good. He's an atheist, but he's slow. So, like Richard Dawkins is my favorite. He's slow. But Ben Shapiro is like lightning fast. He has a logical perspective. And I really enjoy his talks. Now, however, I don't agree with everything he says. There are many things that I totally disagree with what his point of reasoning is. That is where I will share with you three areas that I kind of disagree with him. The first one being his thoughts about Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, that Super Bowl entertainment halftime fiasco that took place. The second one is his pro-life stand about, they are against abortion. And lastly, generally his kind of advice that he gives people, okay, about being good, a good human being, everything else. Now the first one is the Jennifer Lopez and Shakira halftime entertainment. Now, the NFL, National Football League, is big business in US. People have to spend millions of dollars, millions, just for a 30-second ad. For 30 seconds, you will spend like millions. And most of the companies, they literally bid for these slots. It's like, just imagine, it takes millions to make a product, but it costs equally the same just to advertise for 30 seconds because the entire world is watching. So with this kind of commercial implications, the NFL tries to ensure that it does whatever it can to keep itself commercially viable. Now, football is a high testosterone game. So obviously when you're dealing with high testosterone, every activity that you have over there should also be high testosterone. You're talking about entertainment, you're talking of drinks, you're talking of food, everything should be in sync, even the music. So with this kind of gameplay, if you can say, they have entertainment that is equally, heart pounding, testosterone jumping, adrenaline moving kind of stuff. So that is why you had Shakira and JLO both had a entertainment session. And in the entertainment session, first you had Shakira. She danced, how Shakira's videos are. She shakes her body in like an Arabic dancer, and she does it really well. And she's kind of Latina, and that makes it very unique. And her voice is extremely unique. Her music is great. If you're like me, you would have grown up with the sound of whenever, wherever. So that's Shakira for you. Then you have JLO, still going strong all these years, who is a R&B hip hop kind of singer. Now, I don't know if the classification is correct, but that's how she entertains people, that kind of music. Some of it is really good, and she's a successful actress. So now, these two, they had their entertainment, where they not only sang, they danced. But the thing that people are speaking about is what they wore, the dress, and what they did on stage. Now, what they wore is obviously, sexy outfits, showing their body, which they worked so very hard for. And yes, a little bit of surgery. And the dance. The dance is very sexual. They kind of move their hips and their breasts and their ass. And JLO did a pole dance. Now, I watched the video for a few minutes. I watched Shakira's dance. I watched JLO's dance a little bit, not much. And that was it. The video clocked around, I think, as of now, within 24 hours, 57 million views. It was like crazy. Okay. The first thing that came to my mind when I saw them was, wow. I mean, just look at the stamina, look at the power, the hard work, the effort, the creativity that they put into bringing this so perfectly well. I can't even imagine for the life of me, I mean, how many hours they must have practiced, how many hours they must have choreographed, how many people must have been involved, what effort must have gone into making this a success. They left no stone unturned. And for Shakira and JLO, the amount of physical running around, jumping, singing, I was just asking myself, if I had to do something like that, I would go breathless. So it was crazy. It was really, really crazy. So they worked very hard. They made sure that what is this guy doing? See, there's a buffalo there and he's spraying something. He's spraying something on the buffalo. I don't know what he's spraying. There is something on the buffalo's back. He's spraying something on. Okay, anyway. So what was I saying? Okay. I was nothing but in awe and admiration as to, wow, you pushed yourself to such a level. You gave the best of your creativity, you gave the best of your songs, you gave the best of the dance. You ensured that you were physically fit, you had proper energy, the nutrition, the effort, everything from the physical aspect of training yourself to the stamina to ensuring that you're at peak state, mentally you're in the game, the creativity, the effort, the choreography. So it's like I had nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. I'm pretty sure 80% of the world's population wouldn't have been able to pull off even 90% what they did. So that was the first thing that was going through my head. And yes, the fact that even at their 40s or 50s, they can maintain themselves so well. They're doing incredibly, and they deserve every penny that they're getting. Sure, they're getting in millions. Now, the part that was controversial was the dancing and the dress. They, shook different parts of their body. Jennifer Lopez did a pole dance, and people are like, oh shit, this, that, and this is not for children. Well, it's adult entertainment. This NFL is not for children. It's not a children's, game. It's an adult's game. Adults are playing. Adult sponsors, adult companies, adult entertainment. So I don't see what is the problem there. People simply jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, see the morals, see the values. What fucking morals? What fucking values? If you are talking about morals and values, go to the church, pray, watch people play golf, or play chess. Don't watch this. I mean, you're watching something that is two people are slamming into each other's body with full force to the point of literally, not having a care whether they die or live. That kind of entertainment. And you're talking of morals and values. I mean, something is wrong in your head. It's like going to a red light district and saying, Why isn't anyone praying to God here? Why is there no church? So the first argument is pretty stupid. I mean, people have no other job, it looks like. They just want something to cherry pick. You don't like the channel, change it. You don't like the entertainment, change it. Don't fucking complain, man. I have nothing but respect, regard, and admiration for them. In fact, Maroon 5, that guy, paraded around without a shirt. Nobody said anything there. But the girls had big problems. So that was one. The second topic that Ben Shapiro talks about is pro-life. He speaks about abortion being murder. And he says that no, abortion is plain murder. You have to bring the child into the world. Now, I'm not going to go off in a tangent. Somebody raped you and the girl had no option, and I'll not get into it. It's like that is choosing the worst example just to put my point across. I'll not put that. Put a normal person. Normal person gives birth. Okay, normal person, the female is pregnant. Now, if the child is born and raised in a loving, caring family, I have no issues. If the mother and father can take care of the child, absolutely no issues. But what is the point of having a child being born and brought into this world, but neither the mother nor the father want to look after, or they don't have any interest, or they don't have the heart, or the patience, or the capacity, or they just don't have the desire? Just look at me. I mean, see, for people like Ben Shapiro, it's very easy to talk because they have been born and raised in a perfect world. I was tortured, I was tormented, I was raped, I was molested, I was not given proper upbringing, I was misguided. So many things happened. And I'm sure through my actions, I impacted other people in a bad way. There were girls of my age, there were people who I interacted with. There are mistakes that I've done. Now, obviously, people say, oh, then you shouldn't have been born. Yes, I shouldn't have been born because of the abuse of all the bad things that took place. Now, here in Thailand, all you got to do is just look around. Just look around. For example, I go to the market. I go to the market and I see people selling fruits and vegetables there. You'll see some people have one baby, two babies, and they are with them and they are working while the child is also helping. In some cases, you'll see the child looking at the phone and playing the game. In some other cases, you'll see, like for example, there's this one lady who sells chicken, fried chicken. Now she has, I think, four children. Yes, 4 girls. Yeah, 4 girls. I don't know, 4 girls. Okay. Whatever, she has 4 girls. Now these small girls, they're so small, they must be like 4, 5. They're running around all around the market. They're running around. And she is doing her thing. The kids are doing her thing. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't know where her kids are. And the funny thing is, she's pregnant, now 8 months, with another kid. Now what makes it so, I don't know, stupid, funny, whatever? She hardly has money to make ends meet to look after these 3 kids. She's going to have the 4th kid. And she is a single mother. Her husband, I don't know, she never got married. She just had boyfriends. Now, I know you'll say this is a one-off case. You just have to go to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. You see how many parents have how many children. And they are not able to take care of them, provide them a good life. Then why have children, man? I know you'll say, yes, you should have safe sex. You should plan it out. If people were so intelligent, we wouldn't have problems, right? The fact of the matter is we don't live in a perfect world. We don't live in a world where people use their common sense. People make so many mistakes. You have cases where a couple has committed a mistake, or somebody else's child, the lady is pregnant with, or the child is going to be born with special needs. They don't have the capacity to look after, or the child is going to be born with a very painful, horrible disease. Yes, it's very inspirational to look at someone being born with no hands and no legs, and they're grown up to be successful. But we're looking at the exceptions to the rule. Now, you'll say that, see, Loy, how you grew up, even with all the abuse. Yes, because these are the choices I made. For every person like me, tell me who other young boy or girl is like me, fully tattooed from head to toe, not smoking, not drinking, not doing anything bad, just being with the family. How many? It's very easy to bring a child into this world. It's very hard to look after the child. I always tell people, listen, if you can't take care of the child, you can't give it a good life. You don't have the capacity, the means. You don't have the will, the desire. Don't. It's very easy to say, give birth and dump it in a orphanage. Why make the child suffer the whole life, man? You just have to walk around and see in the slums, see how many children are pushed into prostitution, drugs, alcohol, bad company, bad choices. Go to the jails. Have a look at how many people are there in jails. What kind of life is that? Watch the documentaries of Thai prison. There are like, in a room where 10 or 20 people can be there, you have 100. And some of them in the maximum security prisons where the worst offenders are, they sleep where they shit. There's no flush, there's nothing. So, I'm not saying all people are bad. I'm not saying neither are all people good. But in my opinion, you can't take care of a child. You don't have the capacity, the will, the drive, the desire. Don't bring a child into this world. It's a daily fucking grind. Daily fucking grind. It's not easy. It's not a joke. If my wife was going to have an abnormal child, I would most probably want it aborted. Because just can't. Sounds easy. May feel, oh, you're doing a higher, better thing. You're a great human being. It's a cross to carry which is too fucking painful. Too fucking painful. At least I can't. I don't know. You guys can? You guys can. Cows are looking at me. Okay, don't go and bump into me. I see too many of those bull ring fighting, whatever. And last if not the least, Ben Shapiro's, holier than thou, goody arguments. I respect the guy. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's great. I wish I had the ability to think and articulate my thoughts so quickly. I mean, he speaks at, like a machine gun. He speaks 10,000 words a minute. So fast. Ben Shapiro. Just Google search BEN space Shapiro. 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 Yeah. Great guy. But the worldview that he lives in is where everyone's perfect, everyone's nice, people are good. I don't know, he just talks about being good, being nice, a good human being, treating others equally. So, it all sounds good. All sounds nice. I'm sure nobody wants to be bad and nobody wants to do bad. But in a day and age which we live, let's say you're running a business and you have to bribe someone. You're in a business deal and it's either food comes to your table or someone else's table. Sometimes it's about, if you have to save your family or someone else's family. If to save a country, would you sacrifice the lives of few? So, these are very tough decisions and they're not easy to take. But these are decisions that are being done every single day. Is it right? No, it's not. You have to do it? Probably. So, it's very easy for me to sit on my high horse here and give you advice. Be good, do good, study hard, have values. But in the real world, things are very different. You have to beg, borrow, steal, cheat. It's like these girls who are in the prostitution business. You think they never want a good life? You think they enjoy opening up their legs and having fat, ugly, smelly, drunk men come and have sex with them? And You think that's the life that they always dreamed of? No, circumstance. Nobody wants to be a bad guy. Nobody wants to do bad. But you can't help it. Sometimes it's tough choices, but you have to make them. So it's very easy for someone to talk about it when they had certain education, upbringing, lifestyle opportunities. It's very easy to give the same advice to somebody else. Try giving that advice to someone in Syria. Try giving that advice to someone in Africa. Try giving that advice to someone in a place where there's the mafia, where crime is high, where the currency is bad, the government officials are corrupt. The advice is of no use. So these are my thoughts. Oh shit, look at this. This buffalo has blood all over. I don't know how. It's like it's bleeding. I don't know what. Okay, you can't see, I'm sure. Alright, so it's very easy. There's no one size fits all. I just tell people, you do what you feel is right. Do what you feel is right. But remember, there's a price to pay for it. So whatever you do, take 100% responsibility. Don't transfer the blame to anyone else. And do what you need to do. That's as far as life goes. So these are my thoughts. Let me know what are yours. Like I say, keep it real. You may not agree, you may disagree, whatever. Let me know your thoughts down below. I never censor the comments. Alright, take care guys.